I know. I don't. I don't. And there are moments when all you can do is laugh and smile. Um, Basically, what I was saying is, well, regardless of what you perceive, everything is motioning forward and doing what it does. And being that there are some beings that are multidimensional, well, everybody is, but there are perceptions out there where Earth is moving into higher dimensions, and it's already there, but now it's just rippling out through the human perspective and showcasing that. Being that, since I control my own route, I'm pretty much the one that says, okay, universe, this is what I want. This is how I'm willing to do it. Because I was watching this one video, and it was like, well, I usually say that it's the most characteristic of the challenge of people in the world, is that they say that they're not a creator and they're a victim. But regardless of that, if that person that says that another person controls their life, and if they believe that that person says that they want them to be good and have an awesome life and be loved, that they're not going to have a worry over any of that, right? So then that would make that the most challenging problem and characteristic of the world is that people are more willing to say that pain and suffering is good. Okay, I just kind of... I pretty much am making the list so that, yeah, I might rewatch this video or not, depending. But I'm making the list now so that I can just, because I go with the flow and all that good stuff. I don't know. Maybe I will watch the video. I don't know. I just want to do that then. I kind of don't know where I'm going with this now. That person that I was talking about, the spark, the second one, and at the same time, I'm being that all this is going on and seeing that the challenges of not even with that, what I've said about the whole other way of looking at Earth and all that, but just getting to the point of saying, I love myself. I don't deserve see, I love my friend too, but it's not preferable to see them like that. So I'm the one that's got to live my life. They can do what they want to do, but it's not okay for me to see like that. I'm still going to be their friend, but I don't want to be around them. There's a point when you can say that, and there's a point where it's like it's not preferable that you say that, because that person's really going through it. They're doing the best that they can at the moment of them being that. Their job, their actual job, just like you are. You can say that, or you can accept it and just be like, okay. Because I can say that, but I live with the person. And I don't do these videos to vent or to complain. I do it purely from an observing standpoint, so that whomever chooses to watch them, whatever part, can get assisted, to say, hey, you're going through this? Can I get the full cup of water so that I don't have to go through it? Or at least give me the cup so I can fill it up myself? Let's go ahead and clear our energy. Maybe possibly you could feel my energy and how impactful, and also in another sense it's transitioning from the other day to this day. In another sense that this is, since I'm reading this, it's taking on this energy and funneling it and putting it through from this day, from how I'm feeling that day, and how I can display myself and all around and all that. But this is a very, how do I say it, heavy, energized kind of a thing. I'm not sure if I'm saying it in the context of it. Isn't this cool? But I'm going to read my understanding, or what I wrote here. This is a journal, my journal. I'm not quite sure what it contains, except for a visualization of the complete visualization of the newest form that I'm really excited for. You got the head, you got a horn, and then you got a world, and you got more horn, and then you got a tree. And the same thing on the other side. So excited. So excited. It's so beautiful. There's not really a human understanding of a word to really gung-ho and put it into perspective. So I'm going to do my best by what I've read. But I'm going to read read this journal entry. Now I got one of those day, like, you write every day kind of a thing. Oh, that's everybody. I don't write every day. I write when I want, when it's the most preferable moment too. No, I was writing every day I was writing. And I write really small so I can get a lot in there. And then it came to where I didn't really write for a while, which is cool, because now when I write, I can actually go ahead and go to the pages that are empty and keep writing. I'm going to read it. That day, blue tank, black, white, lines on the side, going down or vertically, shorts, white necklace, black, white ring, pink bracelet, green rubber band, left thumb, 2 different sandals, 12 a.m. I'm not going to read that part. I'm not going to read the pink. I'm going to read the purple. Because I'm getting my feeling of I don't like it. It's not preferable for you to hear it. And I'm being asked not to. So I'm not going to. Now that might be like, who are you being asked not to? By my guides, most simply. hang on really quick. Funneling through energy is fun, especially if you're the kind of person that takes on other people's energy and not really knowing that you're doing it. So you're not sure that if it's what your energy is or their energy, if it's their energy and you think it's your energy and it's really their energy. Like, you want a cigarette and you don't smoke. It's not you, it's them. But you don't really understand that you're taking on their energy. Or you have smoked and then you stopped and then now you got this urge because you're around them. So you think you do it, so you do it. But really, it's not you that wants to do it anymore. It's just the energy and you haven't cleared it out of your system. So it's good to clear and whatnot. Okay, so this one starts at 3:07. So I recall all of my dreams. The funny part about the motion through dream to awake is that within the dream, the food came. I was taking a picture that in truth was another picture from when I wanted to do it in the first place. So another moment altogether, but the food came and it be Chinese. I was awake. So you what to this of my experiential output from that of a dream, real kind, but I know that I ate it before, so it be very, very tasty. So many others at a lake house. The house road was a bridge. From the bridge you can see water, then a rock that came out of the water, 3 bridge-like holes on the bottom, then about 2 or just flat. The picture moment that I wanted to take at the when I wanting to is that of people dancing on all over the rock and around the water that is around the rock, but on land. I started talking to these other people that I be with, so I started doing that. I know that I had another dream about something else before this one. I got to see 444 3-time moments. Second, when I willed myself to seeing the love of the moment as saying that it's okay to go with the flow. First, a movie that I went from 10,000 to 595959. A movie that went, okay, LOL, I would say that time moment of play the movie through and just say it. Third, when watching a video on YouTube and being asked to put hand words on the paper, see, so that it will be done to seeing all that it be the signs of 1 1 3 3 3 4 4 4 32 23 what it be through the willing the within of what it means to the rule flow of living life through the I of am now moment to that of be doing what is the undertaking of understanding of expression of the expansion of the per will of see feel knowing wisdom of through the everything growing expansion that ripples onto the round as a wave of love. Today moment, I cleared out the front carriage as it was wow, okay. Oh, today moment, I cleared out, oh, my bad, I apologize. That's not the same day. Let's actually go to the day. Okay. 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 Wave of love that assists my am through to the eye of being to circle through the endless patterns of what be willing to understand life in the ways it can mean to that bringing all everything to what it means to be I do am so all shall all everything time moment be seen self feel and brought through the round to all those from my prefer will to what it is of their prefer will to come you onto what is the everything motion act of to for push pull flow of is do be am I gift gave that of another will at the place of word books to that of okay. What I did right there was like an affirmation of prayer or my willingness to form how I want things done to create it so that everybody can understand through that of me understanding how to present it to them to understand what it means to understand the undertaking of an understanding of an idea of what can be a preferred will. Now this is where I start talking about that form. I gift gave that of another, well, at the place of word books, to that of a girl that of wearing bright yellow of saying that you are popping, and to that of what is a boy, skilled gift in that of what can on be within growth as to showcase a truth of presentation of paper seed of wisdom view of still motion of life that is to tell the story of everything to the wholeness of now moment of what is the view presentation life being of head horn, world, planet, horn, tree, place as other he within air words as is before asking to see it. I said it's in my head, heart mind, do I now moment he, the full wholeness of self picture, the hair is water. Okay. I'm going to describe it now. Stay with me. I know that gift gave and word books and now moment, that's a little easy. And view perception and paper C is like, what? Basically what I'm doing is I'm taking out words because it's paper and you see it. They're words and they're in a book. Drawing is a skill and you're gifting it to be able to paper and see it on paper. Okay. But this is how it looks. Head, horn, world, planet, horn, tree. Same as other side. Kiwi, okay. The full wholeness of sea picture. The hair is water and air. The tree branches of the horn tree are part of that hair, but are through sea tree. The fire starts covering my only boob. So female and male. From the nipple, circling, swirling, motioning out to zigzag to my back, then to the front. Flames shoot out, crossing the heart mind, the heart, swirling man peck, motioning down as a snake would move, action move to my belly, and then lap to lap, tummy, hip. To expanding out within, loop to loop, tummy, hip, to expanding out within, loop to loop, to curve to ground, leaving the left leg untouched, covering the other leg to the knee, then flowing behind the leg, slowly, as if that one place area has no motion at all, as it is in back of the right knee. It diagonals to the left foot at a 35-degree motion look of behind the right knee. Begins the turn of fire that measures 20 countries long, flames as high as Mount Everest, as low as the deepest part of the ocean. Only on the right side of the middle be my tail. On the left side of the tail is water. You can see no water at some places as low tide, and some places you can only swirling conditions of fire. Hurricanes, as the parts are the only part that brings water and fire together, so that they bring flow of air as gas do the itself. Dewdide itself is one, and that is unseen from the top, but the bottom is the place markings of how low the fire goes, as though parts you can roll onto the side of water as to go water growing and leaving on the land, just as on fire, as to that is what it is earth, in honoring of Mother Earth. The side of water as place where there is only stillness, where being is only known as wisdom, becomes the wise motion of due action. On top, going back to the body, you can see the water becoming one with as land, as fire and water bring the motion of flowing swirls that turn within and straight lines to bring the flow of motion to the stillness of ageless, timeless, known as eight, forever, everything. The in for deterlate, that is ever everything. As the land ripples out like a cloth flowing, dancing with the wind, growing up the back, you can only see the foot all of the time, if looking as if turning from the front to the back. Then nothing, as if darkness is the only thing that ever is, and marking of the honor of the grace of the before beginning. The lavish land that radiates the vibrant vitality of crescendoing up to become one with the sky, as air and land roll, as if air is weighted and land is as a feather, all the way up to the butt. You are able to see the left leg only through within the motion that the elation joins the grain of sand, swirling with the effortless cascades of stillness that intermeans the dew drip drops of water that reflects the rippling rays of light that beckons the day and night to be seamless, as if there has only been the balance of harmony and of infinity. Fire and air bring forth the supernovas of endless swirls of the crossfire of the circles, rounding, breeding together as one by the time it begins to round back to the front, where the light of the sun can begin on by the glimmering, shimmers of the glistening moon, can too see the stars that curve each pinhole of encompassing back to front to honor the light that shines onto everything. Place our area only seen when the light is shining there, not here to the front of the left leg, motioning from the back to the front. You can see the shouting stars and asteroids dancing as swirls of microcosms are circle out, microcosms that empowered, or circle out, waving waves that crash upon bobbing microcosms to honor space and time. My wings are colors of all, starting at no color white that first comes from my whole shoulders, black as it is, as my arms are going into through my back. They're going for about 30 galaxies of the Milky Way, to that of the bottom of the wing, that then goes to what is the echoing ripples, that is a circular spiral that goes to the tip top of both trees, then at an angle away from the thorn till at the bottom of the horns to the become upward 5 times the first up, but then that part of the wing. The circular is the other way, and the other side is 2 triangles that get a key on, that are keys on the end of them. Both sides a different key, as each curve of the wing is a door to another everything. My eyes, when looking through the bliss piece of what it means of endless nothing, that is the swirling of the very point in which you are in every moment that you are ever to be, as of the seeing of what is the base of what assists you to motion into the next moment of living your life. My mouth is what houses the stillness that is my voice, that you can hear all of the moments where you are going to be, but are to be doing the seeing through the eye of the future, that is to become only to the eye of the present, as the right eye is that of the present within what is the every present that you can be doing, but is only that the left eye is that of every past moment that you ever will, can, and are able to say that you do, done. Putting my hands together, time stills. Turning to the right goes to the future. To the left is the past. Closing my eyes is the before beginning. Sitting is moving through the present, and I is an I that is within the wisdom of being wise, of the doing of an am. 5:02 is when I stopped. Everyone. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for a while. Almost like an hour and a half. Wow. But I know it might have been really challenging to follow, but I know you got a good idea of what it is. Bless everybody. To be able to use your journal, to be able to look back on it. I just think it's cool to be able to look back and say, oh, I was wearing that, and that's the time that I started and stuff like that, because that's what I do. But you can also, and how you can use your imagination of how it is to be a part of everything, but then to create with it, because I'm a creator, and I just created how I was wanting to create, how I wanted to look, and that's what I did. And the same thing you do now, like, you can, if you really have the belief and the willingness to support that belief, grow a tooth back, or an arm. I was just kidding. But I'm gonna go. Yeah, pretty much.